of the main ways that you can tell if SEO is working, like especially if you're paying somebody to optimize your website and you're like, hey, I kind of get marketing, but I want to make sure that what I'm investing in is actually paying off, is just to run a quick site audit on your site, not necessarily on the technical side of things, but really on like a organic search marketing side of things. So we use a tool called Ahrefs. You can set up an account for free and do exactly what I'm doing here. Basically, all I do is I sign in, click over to their Site Explorer tool, and just enter my website. And what we have here is just a client that has been doing SEO with us for about 9 months. And things that I look for is I click on backlink profile here, just right underneath their overall performance. And I look at these referring domains and I watch for a noticeable increase. So right now we're looking at the all-time view, and that's not the most valuable thing to look at because it kind of like crunches the data down. I like to filter it out by 1 year and just see a general increase in referring domains like this, referring pages as well. And then really like the main thing that I look for is I switch over to the organic search side of things and look for both an increase in organic traffic here. That just means more people are visiting your website from search engines specifically. And I look at the organic keywords. And again, filter it by 1 year. And then down here, you can actually go one step further and remove filter by first page keywords. And so this is just the number of search terms that are moving on to the first page of Google for this client. And that's kind of a way that you can just off the cuff be like, hey, is this working? Am I starting to see positive metrics based upon the SEO investment I'm making? So after you've been doing SEO for like a year and a half, really you should be beyond just organic traffic and keywords. You should be talking about leads and actual ROI on marketing spend. And the way we do that at Hook Agency is just really simply with a spreadsheet pulled in from our tracking software with a name, phone number, email address, and ultimately like revenue that came in. So this is one of our clients here. Obviously you get way more leads than you do closed business, but we just got name, where they came from, phone number, their phone call came from organic, and then revenue that came from that closed deal. So that's really what you should be looking for. There's no way, unless you have it integrated into a CRM, which is expensive to do, to track that. So you should be expecting that from any SEO company that you'd be working with. You say you've been doing it for like 3 years. What does continued success look like? And how do you know if that relationship or that engagement is still value producing for you? And really the two things to look for is just continuing to double down on the things that are getting results. So primarily focusing, if you're a local service company, on location-based pages and search terms, as well as not forgetting the basic things like continuing to push for more aggressive and more competitive search terms, blog posts, and seeing just a continued increase in organic traffic along with that increase in leads. So I look specifically for at least a 15 to 25% increase in organic leads year over year. If you're like a contractor or something like that, storms and whatnot are going to play into it. And then on the flip side of things, let's say a relationship isn't working out, or you're like, what does failure look like in terms of an SEO company working with you? And really, it's just continuing to not get results over a period of time without having a specific action plan that's going to change that. SEO does take time, so don't feel wary if someone's saying, hey, this takes a little bit of time, and this is what I'm doing to improve or increase the trajectory at which we're moving. That's very typical, but if that's a story you've been hearing for well over a year and there's little to no metrics like we've been talking about showing that, hey, it's moving in the right direction, it might be time to move on to a different SEO company. Those are really the things that I look for. That being said, we've definitely been in the position where we're like 9, 10, 11 months in, and performance isn't coming as fast as we want, but those leading indicators, hey, we're starting to see an increase in these keywords. These referring domains are increasing. There's more authority being built up for the site. We're starting to see these specific cities ranking for your service area. Granted, we may not be like all the way on page 1 yet, but we're moving in that direction. Those are good things, and if a company can't point to that, especially like nearing a year in, that's definitely a red flag. My name's Cody. I'm the lead SEO specialist at Hook Agency. I really hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching.